everyone. Welcome to beautiful Yarborough Stadium here at Solano Community College. I'm Ryan Irwin. I will be broadcasting all of the 2026 Solano Mudcats games. And this is the first day of league play. The Solano Mudcats 5-1 overall as they start out their league play. They're going to be taking on the Marysville Giants to open up the 2026 league play. We are just about underway. So here's the first pitch of the ball game, and that's in there for a called strike.
First pitch, 5-0 and windy.
Pretty cool breeze flowing through Yarborough Stadium today. So here's the 0-1, and that hit him, right in the hand. So that's how this game gets started. Henry Myers is the starting pitcher today for the Solano Mudcats.
Next up, second baseman number 10, Kenny Winters.
Okay, buddy.
So runner at first to start this game. That one is in the dirt. Here's the 1-0. This one is popped up in the infield. Coming in is Garcia, and now it's gonna. The wind's going to take it all the way to Tyler Crudo, who makes the catch. 1 out.
Next up, number 26, designated hitter Christian Murphy.
So runner out, runner at first base, as here's the first pitch, and that's in there, strike one. Here's the 0-1, a swing and a miss, strike two. Here's the 0-2 delivery. This one is popped up. Coming in is Goldenberg. And that's going to go over his head. The wind playing a factor again. So Goldenberg ran a little bit too far in.
The ball moves a lot, but he knows better. I know. Still overran it though, he knows that.
0-2 from Myers. That one took off from him. Here's the 1-2. Fastball off the plate. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Got him with the curveball.
Next up, catcher number 39, Asa Martinez.
So Asa Martinez, the number 4 hitter, will step in here for the Giants. With 2 outs and a runner at first. First pitch is ripped right at Goldenberg, bounces off his glove. We'll see if he can get to the bag, and he does. Inning over. Nice reflexes from Zach Goldenberg. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Mudcats coming up. Welcome back to the broadcast. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Adrian Ruiz leads things off for the Mudcats. Here is your starting lineup for the Solano Mudcats. Adrian Ruiz is leading things off. He's in center field, followed by Tyler Crudo. He's batting second at second base. Davis is at left, batting third. Goldenberg is in the DH spot, or in the four-hole spot today at first base. Max Garcia is at third, followed by Kelly. He's the DH today. Gilbert Roth, he's catching Teo Cops in right field. Caden Witten is at short, and then Henry Myers is on the mound. This one missed to the backstop. Here's the 2-1. This is ball 4. So Ruiz draws a leadoff walk to open up the bottom of the first. Crudo takes a hack at the first pitch fastball and fouls it straight back to the screen. Here's the 0-1. Comes in tight, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Runner going. Here's the throw down to second. And Adrian Ruiz is in there with a steal. So that puts a runner into scoring position for the Mudcats. To 1. This one's hit foul down the right field line.
That ball was brought to you by Click the Music, mobile DJ.
To 2 pitch. This one is hit off the handle, and that one's going to be foul.
That ball was brought to you by Fairfield Sassoon Bass Reapers.
Two and 2 to Crudo. And he hits one down the right field line. That one's got some carry to it, and it's caught by the right fielder. What a play. The wind took that one all the way back to the warning track. Nice play from the right fielder. Ruiz advances to third.
Put your hand together for our bat boy, Bo Robbins.
So here's Wyatt Davis. And he takes one just off the plate. Here's the 1-0. 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Count will be 3-0 now. Three 0 to Davis. Davis into right, a base hit, and that'll drive in Ruiz, and it's 1-0 Mudcats. Nice piece of hitting from Wyatt Davis. Got the green light, 3-0, and he drives in Ruiz.
Next.
So here's Zach Goldenberg. He takes a strike. Goldenberg's been off to a red-hot start to begin the year. It's part of why the Mudcats overall are 5-1. Takes one in tight. 1-1. Just low. Here's the 2-1. That was called strike 2. Two to Goldenberg. Goldenberg into left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. It's going to get cut off by the center fielder. So runners are at second and third with Max Garcia at the plate, and he hits one sharply on the ground to short over to first. That'll get Garcia. Coming in to score is Wyatt Davis. It's 2-0.
Next up, designated.
Hey, you got Ryan already?
This one has popped up in the infield, and that'll be secured for the third out. The Mudcats scored 2. We'll head to the top of the second. It's 2-0.
Second inning, right fielder number 18.
Welcome back to the broadcast. This is the top of the second inning. The Mudcats lead the Giants 2-0. Here's the first pitch of the inning. And there's a fastball in there for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Count will be 1-1. Here's the 1-1. It's in there, strike 2, right on the inside corner.
We were talking about getting, having you tell us like your pick.
1-2.
Like way too much, right?
That's in there, strike 3. Froze him with the breaking ball. 1 out.
Did everybody got fastball? Change that figure out the breaking ball.
Next up, left fielder number 5, Zach Miller.
Here's the 1-0. That's in the dirt. 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Half-hearted swing. Fooled him. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one tails away off the plate. Count will be 3-1. This one is popped up. Looks to be over at second is Crudo, and he's got it, 2 outs.
Next up, third baseman number 13, David Ringham.
Fastball misses high. Count will be 1-0. Here's the 1-0. 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Fastball hit on the ground. Tyler Crudo's right there, and he'll gather and fire on to Zach Goldenberg at first, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Myers. We'll head to the bottom of the second. It's 2-0. Welcome back to the broadcast. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Gilbert Roth will lead things off for the Mudcats. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one just missed. Here's the 2-0. Three and 0, and takes a breaking ball in there for strike one. Here's a 3-1. Roth sends one into left. And there's one out. So here's Teo Cobb with one out. Gets one foul right at home plate. Oh, and one pitch. That one. This is barely. Count will be 1-1. One and one. Cobb swing and a miss. Strike two. Here's the 1-2. Cobb on the ground to short. This should retire him, and it does. 2 outs. So with 2 outs, here's Caden Witten. And he hits one into center field, and he hits it well, going back as the center fielder, and that's way over his head. It's going to bounce up against the wall. Witten to second, and he's going to put on the brakes, and now he's going to go to third. And here's the throw into third, and the ball's dropped. So Witten gets into third with 2 outs. So here is the leadoff hitter, Adrian Ruiz, as he fouls one out of play. Here's the 0-1. Strike two. Oh, 2 to Ruiz. Ruiz on the ground, foul. Here's the 0-2. Did he go around? Yes, the home plate umpire is the one that made the call at home plate, so that'll end the inning. The Mudcats get a runner to third, but they strand him. We'll head to the top of the third. It's 2-0.
Innings off in the top of the third.
Welcome back to the
Center fielder
broadcast.
number
We're in
2,
the top of the
Jackson
third
Bell.
inning. It's 2-0 Mudcats. So here's the first pitch, and that misses low. Here's the 1-0. That misses off the plate. Two and 0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Two and 1 pitch. This one's hit on the ground and into right field. Kind of a low line drive. So that'll be a leadoff hit for the Giants.
Next at first baseman, number 14, Aiden Sutton.
This one is hit out of play.
That foul ball is brought to you by Adrian Starr Equestrian Center.
Here's the 0-1. That one misses in tight. Good breaking ball on the outside corner, strike two. Here's the 1-2. Ooh, that was really close. Count will be 2-2. That one is right there, strike three. Fastball right there, knee high.
Next at shortstop, number 15, Tucker Shaw.
So leadoff hitter for the Giants, Tucker Shaw. This one is hit on the ground. Garcia charging. He'll fire across the first, and a nice snag from Zach Goldenberg. Had to kind of go up to get that one. 2 outs. Good play from Max Garcia, charging in hard from third base. Makes a nice play.
Next up, second baseman, number 10, Kenny Winters.
So runner moves up to second on the ground out. And there's a good fastball in there, strike one. Kenny Winters is the hitter for the Giants right now. And this one gets past the catcher, so that'll allow the runner to move up to third. Here's the 1-1. There's a good splitter in there, strike two. One and two from Myers. And looked like a splitter again. This one fouled away. 1-2. This one's hit into right, but it's playable, and that'll end the inning. So the Giants get a runner to third. They threaten to score, but do not. We'll head to the bottom of the third. It's 2-0 Mudcat. Welcome back to the broadcast. Bottom of the third, 2-0 Mudcats as Tyler Crudo steps in. And he looks at a breaking ball off the plate. Here's the 1-0. And that one's in there, strike one.
Hey, Club. Come here.
Here's the 1-1. Crudo chases a good breaking ball. Looked like maybe it was a changeup. Count will be 1-2. Here's the 1-2. And that is in there, strike three. So Tyler Crudo's down looking, one out. So here is Wyatt Davis, and he swings at the first pitch. Again, looked like a changeup. 0-1. And Davis sends one into left center field. It's playable, coming as the center fielder. He's got it, 2 outs. So Goldenberg will step in with 2 outs. And he swings and misses at the first pitch. Count will be 1-1 as that one missed off the plate. One and one. That's in there, strike two. One and two to Goldenberg. Goldenberg on the ground, down the line, and they said that's a fair ball, and that's going to bounce down around the bullpens. Goldenberg is at second, and now he's going to third. Here's the throw into third, and Goldenberg's in there standing up.
Put your hand together for a
Ball
bat boy,
was just
Bo
fair
Robbins.
down the line at third, down the line. Ended up bouncing up around the bullpens down there.
Garcia.
And Goldenberg ended up at third. So here's Garcia with the runner at third with 2 outs. This one misses in. Garcia looks at a fastball that missed just a little bit low. Count will be 2-0. 2-0 pitch. That's in the dirt. 3-0.
So, there's 9 innings in the baseball game.
3-0 to Max Garcia. There's a healthy fastball in there, strike 1.
And then the home team's out. Each inning, yes, to the home out, and then it goes to the second inning.
Garcia, oh, that went right off the pitcher, and that's going to score a run. Let's hope that the pitcher's okay. That's a RBI single for Max Garcia. Hope that the pitcher's okay. Got hit right off the leg. It didn't bounce or anything. It was just a straight line drive right off of him. And I think, yeah, they're going to take him out of the ball game, so that's not what you want to see. But it's good that he's walking off on his own power as he's walking with, and now he's going to be helped and escorted off the field by the Mudcats trainer and the head coach for the Giants. So that's not what you want to see. So we hope that he's okay. So that'll mean a new pitcher will take on the duties out there on the mound for the Giants. And we'll let you know exactly who that is in just a moment. We'll be right back after this. So Brady Miller will be the new pitcher for the Giants after the substitution because of the injury. So Run did come in to score on the hit from Garcia. This one is ripped foul. Kelly got a fastball right over the middle of the plate.
That foul ball was brought to you by Early Morning Bail Bonds.
And we hope that pitcher's okay. So here's the 1-1. And Kelly sharply on the ground. And this should end the inning, and it does. So a run comes in for the Mudcats. Well, at the top of the fourth, it's 3-0 Solano.
Fourth inning designated.
Welcome back to the top of the fourth inning. It's 3-0 Solano Mudcats lead. Henry Myers has been really good so far. 3 shutout innings. First pitch breaking ball, and there for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. This one's hit on the ground. Garcia is going to play it on a bounce, and he'll throw on to first, 1 out.
Next up, 39, catcher, Asa Martinez.
This one's hit sharply into center field. Coming in as the center fielder, and he's got it. 2 outs. Adrian Ruiz on the play.
Next up, right fielder, number 18, Zane Isai.
Here's the first pitch. It's a good fastball in there, strike 1. Here's the 0-1. This one is popped up. It might be playable, we'll see. Coming over, and no one's going to get to it. Would have been a difficult play to make. Gonna be 0-2. So 0-2 with 2 outs. Myers comes set. Here's the 0-2. That one's off the plate. One and two. This one's hit on the ground, foul, just past the third base bag. Garcia is hugging the line down there at third base. So here's the 1-2. This one is lofted in the air, down the right field line. On the run is Kopp. Kopp leaps and he can't get it. It's just fair underneath 330. And he's going for three. Here's the throw by Crudo. And the tag. And he's just in there safely. That ball had a lot of hook to it going down the right field line. Teo Kopp made a really good effort. And he just couldn't catch it. So 2 outs, that'll put a runner at third.
Next up, left fielder, number 5, Zach Miller.
So here's Miller. This one goes to the backstop, and that could be the Giants' first run, and it is. So, wild pitch, the Giants get their first run on the board. This one's hit on the ground, foul. That one's in there, strike 2. One and two. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one's fouled out of play.
That foul ball is brought to you by Republic Services, and put your hand together for our bat boy, Max Romero.
Here's the 1-2. This one is hit just past Myers. And Witten with a rocket throw to first to end the inning. Giants score 1. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-1. Welcome back to the broadcast. We're in the bottom of the fourth. It's 3-1. Gilbert Roth steps in. Here's the 1-0. It's in the dirt, 2-0.
Same people.
Just to let you guys know that this is the final game of the homestand for the Mudcats before they head on the road for a 4-game road trip. They'll play these Maryville Giants tomorrow in Marysville, and then they'll have a day off on Thursday, and then over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they'll be in Medford as this one's hit on the ground and just over the gloves of the third baseman. Roth is going to take a turn at first, but he'll retreat back to the bag, and that's a leadoff single. And here is Teo Kopp.
Next up.
Kopp, high drive into left, and that ball is gone. Teo Kopp with a 2-run shot, his first of the season. And it's 5-1 Mudcats. Teo Kopp, big fly out towards the scoreboard. He's done that a lot here with the Solano Falcons. And here's Caden Witten. He's got a first pitch fastball right down the middle of the plate. He was just all over that one. Teo Kopp has done that plenty of times at this ballpark when he was playing for the Solano Falcons. He was a star outfielder here for them for a couple of years. So here's the 1-1. Witten down the right field line. That one's going to be foul.
That foul ball is brought to you by West America Bank.
Here's the 1-2. Witten pops it up. It's in foul territory. We'll see if it's playable. Coming over is the first baseman, and he dives and he can't make the play. So Witten stays alive.
Tonight's trivia question for a $10 Dutch Bros gift card.
Answer is Steven.
One and two. That just misses low. Two and two to Caden Witten. Here it is. And Witten into right center field. That might get down for extra bases, and it does. Bounces up just underneath 370. Witten's going to end up at second base. So Teo Kopp homers, followed by Caden Witten double.
And that brings up center fielder number 2, Adrian.
So here's Ruiz. Still nobody out. And this one bounces away from the catcher. Here's the throw to third. Witten's in there safe. I believe it was the last broadcast that I was talking about this Solano Mudcats offense. They've scored 5 in this game. They lead 5-1. But before the non-league games, this one's in their strike one. They're 5-1 overall. And after that blowout loss on the very first game of the year, the next 4 games, or 5 games, they scored 10 or more runs in each one of those games. So their offense is dangerous right now, and I believe it's going to carry over into league play. And so far, it's showing that it is. So 2-2 to Ruiz. This one is hit foul. Two. Ruiz out of play.
Next, the foul ball is brought to you by the Dirty Fish Podcast.
Dirty Bird.
2-2.
Early morning bail bonds. If you find yourself in trouble, call early morning bail bonds.
Ruiz chops one foul.
If you find yourself in the clean, call.
Here's the 2-2. And a foul tip into the glove of the catcher. 2 outs. Or 1 out. Ruiz is down on strikes, and here's Tyler Crudo.
There's some Kit Kats in there, though. Or what if you have 2? You like the one you have? I like that one too. Mom's has one like that that's so dirty now, I just wear it outside.
Crudo into center field. That's going to get down for an RBI single. Oh, knock in Witten. It's 6-1. Here's Wyatt Davis. Davis looks at a first pitch fastball in there for strike one. Witten down the line, foul. Davis, high drive to right field, and that ball's gone. And Davis just ran into the first baseman. So now he's got to get up and jog around the bases after running into the first baseman. But that's a 2-run home run. And it's 8-1. was wondering. First baseman was just on the bag, and Davis went around him and just went right into him. But here's Zach Goldenberg. Wyatt Davis has hit his second home run of the year, and he got his first just the last game here at Yarborough Stadium. That's 2 home runs in this game for the Mudcats. Teo Kopp hit one into left, and then Wyatt Davis has hit one into right field. Here's the 1-1. Goldenberg fouls one straight back. One and 2 to Goldenberg. That just misses. Two and 2. Goldenberg, and he went around. I think that would have been a strike anyway, but there's 2 outs. So here's Max Garcia with 2 outs. Five runs in here in the bottom of the 4th for the Mudcats. Here's the 1-0. Garcia pops it up in the infield. Shortstop now has to do the pop-up dance, and he can't make the play. So Garcia will be at first with 2 outs.
Number 27.
Here's Mason Kelly. And this one is hit into left field. This one's in the park though. And now he can't make the play out in left field. And because of 2 outs, Garcia is not, he didn't stop running, so he's going to come all the way around to score. That makes it 9-1.
Next up, check number 2.
And the wind plays a huge factor here at Yarborough Stadium. We've seen a lot of routine fly balls that turn into the outfielders and infielders going to war with the baseball, trying to make the play. Get a fly ball hit up into the right wind swirl here at Yarborough Stadium, and it's not going to be an easy play. One of the windier stadiums in the Pacific Empire League. So here's the 1-1. This misses in the dirt. Another just great inning offensively. They've been doing that since the second game of the year, where it gets to those middle innings of 4, 5, and 6, and their bats just come alive, and they'll have really big innings like they are today. So here's the 2-1. A swing and miss. He chased that curveball. 2-2 to Gilbert Roth. Kelly on second. 6 runs in the 4th inning. So here's the 2-2. Runners going, and this one's chopped foul. Two. That misses low. Count will be full.
Kelly, one up, baby. Come on, Kelly. Come on, Kelly.
3-2. That's in the dirt, ball 4. So Kelly was going on 3-2, so he's going to move up an extra 90 feet. And here's Teo Kopp, who hit a home run in his last at-bat. So here comes the manager for the Giants, and he'll take the ball from the right-hander, and that'll be it for Miller. So we'll be right back after the pitching change. So here is Teo Kopp after the pitching change. Chase Bartman will be the pitcher now for the Giants. This one is taken outside, 2-0. Pitch. That was a really good curveball. Just missed. 3-0. Here's a 3-0. That's in there, strike one. Here's a 3-1. That is off the plate and in. So Tail Cop draws the walk, and the bases will be loaded now for Caden
That's
Whitten.
that shortstop. Number 7.
So Whitten will be the hitter now. This one misses high. Here's the 1-0. 2-0. Here's the 2-0. That's in there, strike one. Two and one to Caden Whitten. That's off the plate. 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. This one is hit into center field. Coming in is the center fielder now, and looks like he's got it, and that'll end the inning. Oh, Mudcats, they bat around. They score 6. We'll head to the top of the 5th. It's 9-1.
Hall.
Welcome back to the broadcast. We're in the top of the 5th inning. The Mudcats lead the Giants 9-1. Raphael Hall will be the new pitcher. Henry Myers had a really good day. He pitched 4 innings, only gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. As Raphael Hall will make his first appearance of the year on the mound. He's been in the field multiple times and in the Mudcats lineup. A left-handed pitcher. So here's the 0-1. This one's hit hard and just past the diving glove of Max Garcia down the line. That'll be a double as the ball rolled over into the Mudcats bullpen area. Well, the Giants get their leadoff runner on.
Next up, Jacksonville. That ball was brought to you by Click the Music, mobile DJ.
0-1 is the count after the first pitch foul ball.
Yep.
That one's in there, strike two.
Yes, I got you. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Here's the 0-2 from Hall. That one's off the plate.
1-2. Okay. Yes.
1-2. That's in there, strike three. Frozen with the fastball.
Correct. Okay. That's how it would normally work. Okay. I'll let him know. And we'll make sure like in the game.
Next up, first baseman number 1487.
Okay.
Here's the first pitch. That misses high.
78. Exactly. We already talked about that as well. Okay, I'll let him know. Yes, you're aware of it. Okay.
1-0 from Hall.
Okay.
This one is popped up into shallow center field. Going out to get it is Tyler Crudo, and he makes a good play. Battling the wind. 2 outs.
With 2 outs, that brings up the shortstop, Tucker Shaw.
Oh, okay. Make sure Steve doesn't steal them. Her glasses. He might steal them. He's going to go to Five Below and get a couple.
That one's in there, strike one.
48. 77.
And that hit him. Oh, no, they're saying it hit the bat. Looked like it came in and hit him right on the elbow pad, but they said it got a piece of the bat, so that's a foul ball. Count's going to be 0-2.
Oh, if you already entered the game.
Here it is. That's misses low. Here's the 1-2. That one almost goes to the backstop. Great play from the catcher. Two and two. And a curveball just off the plate. Can't place it any better than that. Count will run full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. misses ball 4. So he tried to go back to the curveball on that 3-2 count, but he missed well off the plate.
Next up, second baseman number 10, Kenny Winters.
You go over there.
Good fastball in there for strike 1.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the 0-1. This one is hit into left field, and that's going to get down the line. It'll be cut off from the left fielder. That'll score a run. Throw back. Gets past Witten. Tyler Crudo picks it up. That's a 2-out RBI double. They'll put runners at second and third now with 2 outs.
Now batting for the New York, 26, Christian Murphy.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Oh, and 1 from Hall. This one popped up straight back to the screen. Quick 0-2. Two from Hall. Misses off the plate. One and 2. 2-2.
What position do you play? Yeah.
2-2 from Hall. This one foul tipped off the glove of the catcher. Count will remain 2-2. Here's the 2-2. It's in the dirt. Count will run full. Three and 2. This one popped up into foul territory, and that'll head out of play. This one hit on the ground. Witten's right there. He's got it. That'll end the inning. So I feel Hall gives up 1 run, but doesn't give up anything else. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. It's 9-2. back to the broadcast. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Mudcats lead the Giants 9-2. Ruiz will step in. Two and 0 the count. Three and 0.
Pickle. No? Okay.
Well, ball 4, Ruiz draws the leadoff walk. That'll bring up Tyler Crudo. So here is Crudo.
Well, when I'm ready to throw it away.
He had an RBI base hit in his last at bat. Runners going. Here's the throw down to second, and not in time. Ruiz has got his second stolen base of the game.
What? Oh, the first swing was Banner?
There's a good breaking ball in there, strike one. Two and 1. That's in the dirt. Count will be 3 and 1.
That was pretty, but the lyrics were wrong. Yeah. You had the words wrong.
Three and 1. It's in there, strike 2. Here's a 3-2. And that one foul. And that one went off the catcher's mitt. And that was a drop third strike, so Crudo will get to first. That puts runners at the corners. Ruiz moved up to third. And here's Wyatt Davis.
Left fielder, number
Davis has a home run today. That one comes up and in. Here's the 1-0. And Davis chops one foul over towards third base. Here's the 1-1. Davis swing and a miss. Strike 2. Good curveball. One and 2. Davis chops one foul over towards first base. Davis hits one sharply on the ground to second. Glove flip to second. And what a play from the second baseman to record an out. Run does come in to score. So that's an RBI ground out.
Next up, first baseman, number 18, Zach.
So here's Zach Goldenberg. Goldenberg in the air and foul. It's now 6 straight games that the Mudcats have scored 10 or more runs. Goldenberg takes strike 2.
Life is good when your 7-year-old granddaughter is singing for Queen. Do like another one bites the dust. Tap on the girl. What else? Bohemian Rhapsody.
0-2. Goldenberg! High drive to left, and it's over the head of the left fielder. And the runner is coming home. Here's the throw, and Davis is in there standing now. Goldenberg's got to get back to second, and he does. Off the bat, I thought that was a home run, just the way it sounded off the bat. Goldenberg picks up an RBI double.
Next up,
Here's
first
Max
baseman, number 5,
Garcia.
Max Garcia.
Been nothing but loud contact for the Mudcats today again. So here's Garcia. Garcia takes a strike. This one's in the dirt, nicely blocked by the catcher.
It was first and third, and he cleared them. Do you have 12 too?
This one misses outside.
Okay. I'll have to change it. I'll have to figure out how to change it.
That's in there, strike 2.
I'll do it at the end of the game. What's the count?
Runner's going. Here's the throw to third, and not in time. Zach Goldenberg, he's got a steal, his first of the year. Counts 3-2. Garcia hits one foul.
That ball was brought to you by Fairfield Sassoon Bass Reaper.
3-2. Garcia up the middle into center field for a base hit. That knocks in Goldenberg. And that's another RBI for the Mudcats. Here's the DH, Mason Kelly. Oh, and that came up and got him. Got him right on the arm. So that'll. Kelly will go to first. Now we're going to get a timeout from the Giants. There'll be a meeting on the mound. We'll see if they're going to change pitchers here. Looks to just be a meeting.
So when he struck out, he was
Coach for the Giants will head back to the dugout. Everybody will head back to their positions. The pitcher does stay out there, so Bartman will remain out there on the mound. Face Roth with one out.
We'll figure it out after the inning's over.
There's a strike. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Oh and 2. And Roth sends one into center field. Going back as the center fielder, and he can't make the play. It bounced off of his glove. So that'll score Garcia, who did not stop running. He went all the way to third, and they ran to third and went home. And Roth ends up at second base. The wind took that one. So here's Teo Kopp. Ball from Roth just had some carry behind it. Not sure if it had to do a little bit of both of his strength and the wind, or just the wind. I was watching the center fielder on that play, and he came in like he was going to make the play, and then all of a sudden he had to hustle back as Kopp rips one high and deep and foul. I'm sure Teo Kopp's going to hope he gets a pitch like that again. He already has one home run today. This one will miss outside and low. Count will be 2-1. Two and one. There's strike 2.
On that fly ball.
2-2 pitch. That misses in the dirt. Count will run full, 3-2.
Yes.
3-2 pitch. That misses off the plate, ball 4. So the bases will be loaded. The Giants have someone warming up down in the bullpen, and looks like we're going to get a pitching change here. We are. So will be it for Bartman, and with bases loaded, we'll let you know who's coming into the game for the Giants right after the pitching change. So here's Witten after the pitching change. Bases are loaded. Jonah Eldridge is the pitcher out there on the mound. Two and 0 to Caden Witten. That's in there, strike one. Two and 1 to Witten. It's off the plate, 3-1. This one is hit into center field, coming as a center fielder, and it'll fall in front of him. He'll throw back into first baseman, who is right in front of the mound. That's an RBI single for Caden Witten. Here comes Adrian Ruiz. So the bases will remain loaded. Here's the 1-0. And that hit him. So Ruiz will get hit, and that'll bring in another run for the Mudcats. Roth steps across home plate. And here is Tyler Crudo. Crudo steps in and takes a strike. Here's the 0-1. It'll be 1-1 now after that just missed off the outside. Here's the 1-1. That misses low. Count will be 2-1. Two and 1. That goes to the backstop. Count will be 3-1. Three and 1 to Tyler Crudo with 1 out. Here's the pitch, and that misses ball 4. So that'll bring in another run. So here's Wyatt Davis, and did that hit him? Yes, it did. So that'll bring in Max Garcia, who crosses home plate. And here comes Zach Goldenberg. And we've got time now. home plate umpire called timeout. Well, Zach Goldenberg will step back into the box, and here's the first pitch. It's in the dirt.
You know what the other part was?
Here's the 1-0. That's in there, strike one. Here's the 1-1. That goes right to the backstop. Coming in is the runner, and and that's not in time. So Adrian Ruiz will cross home plate. And two of the other runners will advance 90 feet. So you've got a runner at third and a runner at second. Goldenberg hits one on the ground to short. There's a throw over to first. That works as an RBI ground out. And Crudo will come across to score. There are 2 outs. So here's Max Garcia with a runner at third and 2 outs. As he takes a pitch in there for a strike. Another big inning offensively for this Mudcats team. 9 runs have crossed home plate. That's in there, strike 2. Here's the 0-2. Misses outside.
1-2.
Here's the 1-2. Garcia hits one out of play. Here's the 1-2. Garcia hits one, nicely jabbed from the first baseman. Here's the throw to first, and they got him. So that'll end the inning. But the Mudcats, they scored 9 runs. We'll head to the top of the 6th inning. Welcome back to the broadcast. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Hall remains out there on the mound for the Mudcats. This one misses outside. Three and 0. And that's ball 4. So 4-pitch walk to begin the top of the 6th inning. Do have some activity down there in the Mudcats bullpen. Looks like a right-handed pitcher is warming up.
But if it does, he wants.
Next up right here, number 18, Zane Sawi.
One and 0 to open up this at bat. Here's the 1-0. And this is way high, 2-0. Here's the 2-0. This is very high as well. Count will be 3-0. There's a strike. Here's the 3-1. And this is high, ball 4. So Hall's walked the first 2 batters that he's seen in this inning.
Next up, left fielder, number 5, Zach Miller.
I got my VP jacket.
I'm missing the dirt to open up this at bat. One and 0. It's in there, strike 1. And they just called a balk on Hall. So Hall didn't come set all the way. So that allows both runners to move up 90 feet. That puts runners at second and third now with nobody out.
What is it, VK?
And this one is ripped on the ground to Crudo at second, and he'll get the out. But a run comes in to score for the Giants. So that's an RBI ground out for Miller. And the runner at second moved over to third, so now there's a runner at third now with 1 out.
Nobody. David Williams.
Here's the 1-0. That's just off the inside, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Misses high. Count will be 3-0. Here's a 3-0 pitch. That's ball 4.
Now batting, number 2, Jackson Bell.
One to 0. Here's the 1-0. That's in there, strike 1.
Yeah, I got it.
Here's the 1-1. That misses very outside. And swing and a miss, strike 2. Two and 2. There's a 2-2 delivery. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the breaking ball, so there are 2 outs.
Next up, first baseman number 14, Lee Sutton.
This one is hit into left center field. That's going to be trouble into the gap. So that will score 1. We'll see if it'll score 2. And the second runner is rounding third, and he's going to score standing. So a 2-out, 2 RBI double.
Now batting shortstop, Tucker Shaw.
We're going to get a timeout now. Hall will step back onto the rubber. Well, that was just a first pitch fastball that was just right down the middle. And there's another one, swing and a miss, 0-1.
Yeah, thank you.
This one misses high, count will be 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Good curveball, 1-2.
Oh, never heard of it. They're like a soul phone? Yeah.
Is the 1-2. And a swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. Here's the throw down to first, and it's in the dirt. And Zach Goldenberg had to go back to tag the base. And he did, so that'll end the inning. 3 runs plated, though, for the Giants. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th.
Ed, you got him?
Welcome back to the broadcast. Cruz Wexler will be the pinch hitter to open up the bottom of the 6th inning. That one will miss off the plate. Here's the 1-0. 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Wexler takes a big hack and fouls it straight back. Two and one. Count will be 3-1 now. Three and one. And this is very high and outside, ball 4. We'll bring up another pinch hitter. Bruce
10,
Boucher
Bruce
will
Boucher.
come up to the plate now. So here's Boucher. Wexler drew the leadoff walk, so he's at first base. And Boucher, hot shot into left field for a base hit. Comes in as a pinch hitter, sees one pitch, and he's on with a single. So here's Teo Kopp now coming up to the plate. So here's Teo Kopp with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. And he looks at a fastball in there for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. It's off the plate. Here's the 1-1. And Kopp hits jammed and he fouls it out of play. One and two. Kopp on the ground sharply to third. It could be 2. Over to second for 1 and over to first. 2. A double play. 2 outs. And here's Caden. Witten hits one on the ground up the middle and past the reach of the second baseman. So that's a 2-out hit. And that'll bring up Adrian Ruiz with 2 outs. This is inside, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Quick throw to first. And Witten is back in there safely. Here's the 2-0. That's in there, strike one. Here's the 2-1. And he gets jammed and pops one up in the infield. Second baseman's underneath it. That'll end the inning. We'll head to the top of the 7th. The Giants coming up.
Number 10, Kenny Wayne.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Top of the 7th inning, Ethan Perkins will be taking the ball for the Mudcats. Tall right-handed thrower. Here's the first pitch of the inning. And that misses low and inside. Here's the 1-0. Count will be 2-0. Here's a 2-0. That's in the dirt. There's a pitch in there for a strike. Swing and a miss, strike two. Three and two from Perkins. This one hit on the ground sharply, and a diving play. Here's the throw across the diamond, and it's not in time. And Max Garcia Showing off the athleticism there.
I'm surprised he's out with the ball. He's like, oh,
But the runner will be safe at first base to open up the inning.
Now batting for the Giants, number 29, Drew Fox.
First pitch, fastball, swing and a miss, strike one. That's in there, strike two. Here's the 3-2. This one is chopped on the ground. Charging it is Garcia, and he's got it. And he throws to first, and what a play. Max Garcia with a nice play. One out. There's the first pitch, like a slider off the plate. One and 0 pitch. Slider comes back to the inside corner. 1-1.
Number 39, A-Set Martinez.
Two and one. Here's the 2-1. It's in the dirt. Count will be 3-1. One. This one is fouled out of play. Here's a 3-2. That is on the inside corner, strike three.
Next up right there, the number 18, Zane Anasawi.
There's a first pitch fastball in there, strike one. Here's the 0-1. And that's in there, strike two. Here's the 0-2. That's in the dirt. Here's the 1-2. This one is ripped foul down the third base line. One, two, chopped on the ground, foul. Here's the 1-2. This one's chopped on the ground down the third base line, and Garcia snags it, but they're going to say it's foul. Garcia having a really good inning over there defensively. That's going to miss low, 2-2. Two and two pitch. This one is hit down the right field line, and that's going to fall in there for a base hit. So that'll knock in an RBI. Runner will hold at first base.
Now batting left fielder, number 5, Zach Miller.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. That misses outside, and it squirts away from the catcher. So that'll allow the runner to move up to second. Here's the 3-0, and that hit him. So, I'll prompt Stafford to, well, never mind. He went over to get the ball. Stafford was going to come out for a quick mound visit, but came out to get the baseball instead.
David Winham.
Giants are going to get a pinch runner. Like the batter's coming out of the game with an injury after getting hit. So we hope that he's okay. That's in there, strike one. Here's the 0-1. This one hit sharply on the ground. Witten will go the short way, and that'll be the ball game. So the Mudcats, they've won their 6th straight game in a row, and they win their first league game of the season on the first day of league play. So the Mudcats are red hot to start the year. They move to a record of 6-1 overall, 1-0 to start the league play. That's also their 6th straight game where they've scored 10 or more runs as a team. So they're the hottest team right now offensively when you look at the PEL. And starting tomorrow, they're going to go on a 4-game road trip, and they will not be here at Yarborough Stadium for the remainder of the week. They will head to Marysville and play the Giants tomorrow night, and then they'll have a day off on Thursday, and then starting Friday night, they'll open up a 3-game series against the Medford Rogues. Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night for returning home next week. So, once again, I'm Ryan Irwin. I will be your play-by-play announcer for the remainder of the 2026 season for the Solano Mudcats. And the final score before we sign out, the Mudcats are victorious 20-6.